I, Archangel Michael, speak to you now. Take a deep breath and feel my presence settle over you like a shield of living light. There is a reason this message has reached you at this exact moment. There is a reason your spirit felt a pull, a pressure, a whisper in the unseen urging you to listen. The next 72 hours are not ordinary hours. They hold weight in the invisible world, a shifting of currents, a stirring of forces that have long watched you, long circled you, waiting either to bless or to devour. And so I come to you not with fear, but with divine urgency, because something in your life is approaching a point of collision, a moment where what was hidden will rise, and what was delayed will confront you without mercy. You have felt this approaching energy without having words for it. You sense the tension, the strange heaviness in the atmosphere, the subtle anxiety that did not belong to your heart, yet settled there anyway. You sense the silent countdown even though no clock was visible. You have not been imagining it. The spiritual world hath been shifting around you, preparing to reveal what has been working behind the veil, and preparing to release what has long been held back from you. The moment draws near like the rumble of distant thunder before the storm breaks open across the sky. Do not be afraid of what I reveal to you now. I do not come to alarm your spirit. I come to awaken it. There is a danger that nearly reached you, a spiritual strike that was meant to come from a place of darkness, a plan formed against your peace, your finances, your clarity, your relationships. I saw it for me. I saw it slithering through the cracks of your exhaustion. I saw how close it came to your doorstep, how urgent it became for me to intervene before the pressure grew unbearable. And so this message is not just a warning. It is a rescue delivered in the final possible moment. You must understand this, beloved soul. The catastrophe was not external. It was energetic. It was emotional. It was a collapse from the inside that would have made you question everything you have fought so hard to survive. You were standing on the edge of a breaking point, a spiritual cliff that would have pulled you into confusion, despair, or sudden loss. That was the plan of the enemy. And that is why I speak now with the strongest voice I have used with you in months. This moment matters. The next breaths matter. The next choices matter. Take another deep breath. Let your shoulders loosen. Feel my protection wrapping around you like armor made from the heart of heaven itself. You are not entering danger, you are stepping out of it. What was meant to destroy you is being revealed so you may walk past it with wisdom instead of falling into it blindly. The catastrophe you were sensing was a potential timeline, not a destiny. And my presence is here to close that door permanently. I stand before you, sword of divine fire drawn, clearing the energies that have been circling you. The heaviness you felt was not yours. The confusion you carried was not your own. The strange delays, the unexpected conflicts, the tension in conversations, the sudden draining of your motivation, these were signs of an invisible pressure tightening around your field. But my light enters now to break every cord that attempted to bind what belongs to your future. Listen closely. In the next 72 hours, there will be a release. Something will shift inside you that feels like the first breath after drowning, the first sunrise after endless night. You will feel clarity return. You will feel your spirit lift. You will sense that a barrier you could never fully name has finally fallen. And this is not coincidence. It is intervention. You must hold your energy steady. You must refuse to collapse into old patterns. You must resist the whisper telling you that you are alone or unsupported. You are more protected in these hours than you realize, but you must remain open to the light, open to the signs, open to the inner movement that will guide you out of the old cycle. I am clearing your path even as you read these words. If you feel my presence now, place your hand over your heart for a moment. Feel the warmth rising. Feel the tension dissolving. Feel the truth. You are not unguarded. You have never been unguarded. Type I receive to claim this divine intervention. Comment your blessing number to anchor yourself into this moment of awakening. Like and share this message so others who are standing at the edge may be pulled back into the light. Subscribe if your spirit feels called, for I speak to you through these messages when you need me most. You are being rescued. You are being redirected. You are being lifted. The catastrophe that approached you had been stopped at the gate. This is only the beginning of what I must reveal. I, Archangel Michael, speak to you now. Take a slow, deep breath and feel my presence strengthening the shield around your life. The next 72 hours are not only a window of blessing, but also a window where old traps may attempt one final move. When light increases, shadows do not simply disappear. They first twist, react, and try to pull you back into what you have already outgrown. In this sacred moment, I will reveal to you how the enemy has been trying to deceive you, delay you, and drain you, and how, with awareness, you will step easily around the snare that once held you bound. The trap that has been working against you is not random. It has been carefully built over time through repeated patterns, emotional wounds, and stories you learned to tell yourself when life hurt you the most. The enemy's plan is never creative. It only recycles old pain, old fears, old disappointments, and dresses them as present reality. The next 72 hours are crucial because a pressure point is arriving where those old patterns would normally cause you to react the same way you always have. Shutting down, lashing out, overgiving, overthinking, dimming your light, or running from what your soul actually desires. This time, with my guidance, you will notice the pattern instead of becoming it. Listen closely. One of the main traps around you now has been confusion. Recently, it has felt harder to hear your own intuition, harder to know what is true and what is fear, harder to trust yourself. This fog is not your natural state. It is interference, a frequency of doubt sent toward you to make you question every step just as the path ahead begins to open. The enemy wants your mind so busy circling the same questions that you do not notice the door that is quietly unlocking in front of you. But I am clearing this fog now as I speak. You will begin to feel thought clarity returning like the sky clearing after a storm. Another trap is emotional provocation. Pay attention to this. In the next 72 hours, there may be people, messages, or memories that poke at old wounds. You may feel suddenly misunderstood, unfairly judged, abandoned, or disrespected. These moments are not appearing to prove that you are unloved or unworthy. They are appearing as tests of energy, invitations to respond differently. The enemy's desire is to pull you into old reactions so your power leaks out through anger, defensiveness, or self-doubt. But hear me. You are not who you were the last time this pattern appeared. You have more wisdom now. You have more support now. You have more light within you now. There is also the trap of exhaustion and distraction. Notice how when you are close to a breakthrough, fatigue creeps in from nowhere. Suddenly, you are too tired to take that unaligned action, too drained to say the prayer, too overwhelmed to send the message, too scattered to sit in silence and listen. This is not ordinary tiredness. This is energetic resistance trying to keep you from stepping forward. In the next 72 hours, you will be guided to rest in ways that truly restore you, not bury you. You will feel a new strength rising in small waves, enough to take the specific steps your soul is ready for. I must also show you the trap of self-accusation. The quiet voice that says, I always mess things up. I'm cursed. I'm not meant for more. I'm being punished. These are not your thoughts. They are intrusions. They are old agreements you unknowingly signed with pain and disappointment. In the next 72 hours, opportunities will appear for you to cancel these agreements by choosing new words, new beliefs, and new responses. When the thought comes, you will feel my presence, and you will remember that it is only a ghost of an old story, not a prophecy of your future. Take another deep breath. Feel my sword of light cutting through the cords of guilt, shame, and failure that have wrapped around your spirit. You are not being called to be perfect. You are being called to be aware. Awareness dissolves the trap. Awareness gives you a choice. The enemy's snare only works when you cannot see it. Now that you see its form, confusion, emotional provocation, exhaustion, self-accusation, its power over you begins to collapse. There is a specific tactic that may appear in the next 72 hours. Sudden opportunities that feel rushed, chaotic, or manipulative. Be cautious of any offer that demands an immediate yes from a place of fear, scarcity, or pressure. True alignment does not require panic. Divine doors do not bully you. The enemy will sometimes send a counterfeit opportunity right before the real one arrives, hoping you will settle for less than you deserve out of fear that nothing better will come. Trust that what is truly meant for you will resonate with peace, even if it stretches you. It will not demand that you betray yourself. Your heart already knows how the enemy has been trying to reach you. As you read this, something inside you is recognizing certain patterns, certain people, certain situations that no longer feel safe for your spirit. Do not ignore this recognition. Your intuition has been speaking even when you felt you could not hear it clearly. I am amplifying it now, turning up the volume on your inner knowing so you can distinguish between fear and guidance. When you sense heaviness, manipulation, or dread around something, pause. Breathe. Ask for my light to reveal the truth beneath the surface. In these next 72 hours, choose silence over impulsive reaction. The enemy's trap relies on quick, unconscious responses. When you slow down, when you breathe before you respond, you step into my protection fully. A delayed reaction can save you from a long entanglement. A softened reply can prevent a needless conflict. A moment of inward listening can redirect you away from a path that would have drained you for months. Your power is in your pause. Place your hand over your heart again. Feel my presence strengthening your boundaries. You are allowed to say no. You are allowed to step back. You are allowed to choose peace over drama, alignment over chaos, truth over temporary validation. You are not here to be bait for other people's shadows. You are here to be a vessel of light, and anything that consistently diminishes that light is not part of your divine assignment. Type I receive to affirm that every trap set against you is being revealed and dismantled. Comment your blessing number below as a declaration that you are choosing awareness over old patterns, clarity over confusion, and protection over sabotage. You are not walking into this 72-hour window blind. You are walking into it armed with truth, wrapped in light, carried by my wings. You are safer than your fears have told you. You are wiser than your past has shown you. And you are stronger than the enemy ever anticipated. I, Archangel Michael, speak to you now. Take a deep, steady breath and allow the atmosphere around you to soften. Feel the weight on your shoulders begin to lift, the pressure in your chest slowly releasing. You have endured so much in silence, carrying the heaviness of unanswered prayers, delayed blessings, and closed doors that felt personal even though you did not understand why they remained shut. But hear me clearly in this moment. The waiting is over. Something has shifted in the unseen, and the energy that once held your blessings in suspension has finally released its grip. What was stuck will now begin to flow, and what was hidden will start revealing itself with unmistakable clarity. You have walked through a long season of endurance. You questioned whether the universe had forgotten you, whether heaven had gone quiet, whether your efforts were invisible. You wondered why others seemed to move forward while you remained in the same place despite your sincerity, your healing, your sacrifices. But the truth is this: you were not stuck. You were being prepared. You were being refined in ways you could not see, strengthened in areas you did not realize were weak, elevated into an inner maturity that could not have been built through ease. You were not being denied. You were being aligned. In the next 72 hours, the atmosphere around your life will shift in ways that you can physically feel. There will be a lifting sensation, as if invisible hands are removing weights you didn't know you were still carrying. You may wake up lighter, more hopeful, or unusually motivated. You might feel a sudden urge to clean, to organize, to plan, to begin again. These impulses are not random. They are signals of spiritual momentum, signs that the stagnation has ended and movement has begun. The river that once felt dammed is breaking open, and your spirit can sense the current pulling you forward. I must reveal a truth your heart has long suspected. There was a divine delay surrounding your life, not as punishment but as protection. You were kept from certain opportunity because you were not meant to build your future on unstable foundations. You were held back from certain connections because they would have drained you or distorted your purpose. You were slowed down because rushing into the next chapter would have cost you more than waiting ever did. Everything that felt like stillness was actually precision. Everything that felt like silence was actually strategy. Now, the timing has shifted. The gates that were once locked are beginning to open. What you prayed for but could not reach is turning toward you. What was once out of alignment is sliding into place with a quiet, inevitable grace. It will not feel like chaos. It will feel like relief. It will feel like exhaling after years of holding your breath. You may notice synchronicities increasing, repeated numbers, unexpected signs, breakthroughs appearing in small but meaningful ways. These are not coincidences. They are indicators that the divine turnaround has begun. You are stepping into a season where clarity replaces confusion, where opportunities approach you instead of you chasing them, where the right people begin appearing effortlessly, drawn to your energy by the frequency of your growth. You are moving into a higher alignment, and everything that matches this new frequency will be drawn to you like magnetism. The waiting season has done its work. You are no longer the version of yourself that had to be held back. You are now the version ready to receive. Take another deep breath. Feel the shift happening within you. Feel how your body relaxes as truth settles into your spirit. You are not behind. You are not late. You are not forgotten. You are on time, precisely on time, and your life is beginning to unfold in ways that were impossible in your earlier state of being. You are rising. You are awakening. You are entering the beginning of your breakthrough season. There is a specific moment approaching, a moment when something small happens that feels strangely significant. It may be a message, a thought, an invitation, an encounter, a realization, or an alignment so precise that it sends a shiver through your spirit. When this moment arrives, you will know without doubt, this is the shift. This is the turning. And from that moment forward, momentum will accelerate. You will find that things which once took enormous effort will begin to happen with grace. The right words will come easily. The right decisions will feel natural. The right people will cross your path without force. The energy around you will feel lighter, almost as if the universe has finally stepped aside to let your blessings reach you without obstruction. This is the beginning of your divine turnaround, the unraveling of everything that once held you back. Hold your heart steady. You are entering the part of your story where the waiting ends and the fulfillment begins. You are stepping into the chapter where your efforts start to bear fruit, where your healing begins to reward you, where your faith shows you that nothing was wasted. Type "I receive" to align your spirit with this divine release. Comment your blessing number to mark the moment your waiting season officially ends. I, Archangel Michael, speak to you now. Take a deep breath, slowly, gently, allowing the air to move through you like a cleansing wave. What I share in this chapter is tender, heavy, and sacred. It concerns the loss you never fully understood, the one that almost broke you, the one you carry without words, the one that still echoes through your spirit in quiet moments. But I speak not to reopen wounds. I speak to reveal what was truly happening behind the veil, so you can finally release what was never yours to carry. There was a moment, not long ago, when your life came closer to collapse than you realized. You remember the symptoms, the exhaustion, the confusion, the sudden emptiness that settled over you like a cold shadow. You remember feeling disconnected, numb, overwhelmed by a heaviness that made simple things feel impossible. You told yourself you were just tired, just stressed, just overwhelmed by life. But something deeper was happening. A spiritual pressure was closing in, and you were unknowingly standing in the path of a loss that was not meant for you. You nearly lost yourself. Not in the dramatic way your mind imagines, but in the quiet way that happens when a person becomes numb, disconnected from their purpose, detached from their own worth. You nearly lost your belief in your own strength. You nearly lost your hope. You nearly lost your ability to trust your journey. There was a moment when you were dangerously close to giving up, not on life, but on the part of you that dreams, loves, believes, and rises. At Moen Madu, heaven watched it closely. I stood beside you in that moment, shielding you even when you felt abandoned by everything you once leaned on. The great loss that approached you was subtle. It was an emotional unraveling that could have spiraled into long-term despair. It could have stolen your motivation, your confidence, your spiritual connection. It could have convinced you that nothing would ever change and that your efforts were meaningless. It could have caused you to withdraw from the people who love you, from the opportunities meant for you, from the path that was opening beneath your feet. Had you fallen into that collapse, it would have taken months, even years, to recover. That was the enemy's intent, not to destroy you in a single blow, but to drain you slowly until you had nothing left to give. But you endured. Even when you didn't know you were fighting, you kept moving. You kept waking up. You kept trying, even when you felt yourself slipping. And every small step you took, every prayer, every moment of stillness, every time you whispered, "I can't, but I will try anyway," kept you aligned with the light long enough for me to intervene fully. You survived what you didn't even know was attacking you. Now I must reveal something your spirit has long sensed. Some of the losses you experienced were not failures. They were rescues. The friendships that dissolved, the relationships that ended abruptly, the opportunities that fell through at the last second. These were not punishments. They were shields. They were exits created for your protection. If certain people had stayed, you would have destroyed your own spirit trying to save theirs. If certain paths had worked, they would have consumed your identity and distorted your calling. If certain blessings had arrived earlier, you would have lost them quickly because you were still healing the wounds that would have sabotaged them. You were protected by loss. And I know that is not easy to hear. I know how deeply you wanted some of the things that slipped through your fingers. I know how deeply it hurt when you had to let go of people you thought would walk with you forever. I know how confused you felt when doors slammed shut without warning. But beloved soul, hear me. What left your life was not meant to own any part of your destiny. What was taken from you was not stolen. It was removed. You were spared heartbreaks you never saw coming. You were saved from betrayals that would have shattered your spirit. You were intentionally redirected away from situations that would have drained you until there was nothing left. You were protected from futures where you would have been small, unseen, or used. You were shielded from people who were not loyal in spirit, no matter how gentle their words appeared. Take another slow breath. Let this truth settle into you like warm light filling an old wound. The loss that once felt like devastation was actually divine intervention. You did not fail. You were preserved. The pain you felt was real, but it was not the full story. You grieved what you thought you were losing, not realizing that heaven was pulling you back from the edge of something much darker. Your heartbreak was a doorway. Your disappointment was a pivot. Your confusion was a turning point away from danger and toward alignment. You lost nothing that was meant to stay. You were stripped only of what would have harmed you. And now, because of that painful removal, you are entering a season where real love, real blessings, real stability, and real abundance can finally reach you without obstruction. If you feel emotion rising in you now, let it come. This is not weakness. This is release. Your spirit has waited a long time to understand what truly happened. You are not broken. You are not cursed. You were saved. Place your hand over your heart. Feel my light moving gently over you, healing the fractures left behind by past endings. You are stepping into a future where you will finally receive what matches your worth, your sincerity, your growth, and your destiny. Type "I receive" to seal this healing. Comment your blessing number to anchor yourself into this moment of clarity and restoration. I, Archangel Michael, speak to you now. Take a slow, deliberate breath. allowing your spirit to expand as the light around you intensifies. In this chapter, I give you precise instruction, not burdens, not demands, but gentle spiritual commands designed to align you with the breakthrough unfolding in these next 72 hours. What I reveal now will determine how smoothly your blessings reach you, how clearly your intuition speaks, and how powerfully you rise above the interference that once clouded your path. These commands are not rules. They are activations. Each one is a key that unlocks a door that has been waiting for your readiness. The first command is stillness. In the next 72 hours, I require moments of quiet. Not long periods, not forced meditation, but intentional pauses where you breathe, feel, listen, and allow the noise of the external world to fall away. In stillness, your spirit recalibrates. In stillness, your intuition returns. The guidance you have been seeking will rise gently within you when you allow silence to open the space for it. Even a single minute of stillness can shift your energy completely. Do not ignore this call. The second command is truth. You must not speak against yourself. When old doubts rise, when memories echo, when the enemy whispers insecurity into your mind, speak truth instead. Even if your voice is soft, even if you do not fully believe it yet, speak it. Say, I am protected. I am guided. I am rising. Your words in the next 72 hours carry amplified power. They will either reinforce your breakthrough or delay it. Choose truth, even if your healing is still in progress. The third command is boundaries. Not walls, boundaries. You must protect your energy, especially now. If something drains you, step back. If someone brings chaos, detach gently. If a conversation feels heavy or manipulative, excuse yourself without guilt. Your energy field is in a state of elevation, and anything that vibrates beneath it will try to pull you back into older versions of yourself. Do not allow it. You are shifting too rapidly, too beautifully, to be anchored by what you've already outgrown. The fourth command is action, but not rush action. There will be a moment soon, a thought, an idea, a nudge, a sense of knowing, and it will feel like a spark within your spirit. When that spark arrives, act on it. The next 72 hours contain divine timing woven into their structure. A single aligned action can unlock what months of effort could not. Trust the impulse that feels peaceful, precise, and inspired. That is my guidance moving through you. The fifth command is release. There is something you have been holding tightly, a fear, a memory, a regret, a what if, a disappointment you never fully admitted to yourself. During these hours, let it fall away. You don't have to force it. Simply allow it to loosen its grip. Say to yourself, I release what no longer aligns with my destiny. Release is not abandonment. It is liberation. It makes room for what is truly meant to enter. The sixth command is receptivity. You must allow good things to reach you. Too often, you have blocked your blessings by doubting them, second-guessing them, or feeling unworthy of them. In the next 72 hours, practice receiving. When you feel joy rise, do not suppress it. When relief comes, do not question it. When something good appears, even in small form, accept it without hesitation. Your spirit is opening to abundance. Do not close the door by shrinking yourself. Take another deep breath. Feel these commands settling around you like radiant armor, soft, strong, unbreakable. You are not being asked to fight. You are being asked to align. Your spirit is ready for this alignment in a way it has never been before. You have shed too much, endured too much, grown too much to remain where you once were. You are stepping into a new vibration, and these commands are the steps that will carry you forward. There is one final command, the most important of all. Trust your shift. The next 72 hours will change something within you. You may not be able to name it immediately, but you will feel it. A clarity, a certainty, a softness, a power. Something will awaken. When it does, trust it. Do not dismiss it as coincidence. Do not tell yourself it's temporary. Trust the shift, because it is the beginning of your acceleration. I stand beside you as you walk into this window of transformation. My wings are around you. My sword clears your path. My presence strengthens your heart. Nothing that approaches you in these hours will overpower you. Nothing meant to harm you will cross the threshold of your light. You are protected and prepared and positioned. Type "I receive" to activate these commands in your spirit. Comment your blessing number to anchor your alignment into these next 72 hours. I, Archangel Michael, speak to you now. Take a deep breath and feel a warm, rising current move through your chest. Something begins to open within you the moment you breathe with intention, because breath is alignment, and alignment is what allows abundance to reach you without resistance. In this chapter, I reveal a truth your spirit has sensed for years, but could never fully put into words. There is a wealth transfer moving toward you. Not just financial wealth, but energetic wealth, emotional wealth, spiritual wealth, opportunity wealth, a total shift of provision that has been gathering around your name. This transfer is not random. It is not luck. It is restoration. It is compensation for everything you endured, everything you lost, everything you poured into people, places, and dreams that never poured back. You have lived through seasons where you were the giver, the uplifter, the one who held others when you needed someone to hold you. And heaven witnessed it all. Every tear, every sacrifice, every quiet moment where you chose kindness over bitterness, patience over frustration, integrity over convenience, all of it has been counted. Nothing was wasted. Nothing was ignored. The wealth transfer approaching your life is the return of what was blocked, delayed, or stolen from your spirit. This is why you have felt a strange tension around money, stability, and opportunity. You felt the shift weeks before it can reach you. Your intuition knew something was forming. It is here now, rising, coming closer, preparing to manifest in ways that will surprise even the strongest parts of you. This is not ordinary energy. It is breakthrough energy. Understand this. Abundance is not merely things entering your life. It is the removal of the things that prevented them. In the next 72 hours, there will be subtle but powerful signs that your financial field is clearing. You may feel a sudden urge to organize your finances, clean your space, delete old messages and draining conversations, rethink a plan, or revisit something you once abandoned. These impulses are not random. They are indicators that your inner frequency is shifting to match the abundance being released. You were never meant to live in survival mode. Your spirit was not created to live in worry, anxiety, scarcity, or constant uncertainty. Wealth, in its true form, is a natural state of the soul when aligned with purpose. This next phase of your journey is the return to that natural state. You will notice a new relationship forming between you and opportunity. Instead of chasing, you will attract. Instead of fearing loss, you will expect provision. Instead of shrinking, you will step forward with quiet confidence. The wealth coming toward you is not only external. The first form of wealth is clarity. When clarity enters your life, you stop wasting energy. You stop giving to situations that drain you. You stop accepting less than you deserve. With clarity, you make decisions that lead to expansion rather than depletion. This inner wealth is the foundation that allows outer wealth to stay. Without clarity, even blessings slip through your fingers. But with clarity, you become a magnet for alignment. The second form of wealth is emotional freedom. When your heart is free from old pain, you rise. You think clearer. You love better. You move with greater purpose. Emotional freedom opens the pathways for abundance to enter your field without interference. Many of the blessings that were delayed were waiting for your heart to be strong enough to receive them without fear of losing them. The third form of wealth is connection. You will soon encounter people aligned with your purpose, individuals who see your worth, support your growth, and elevate your path. These connections are part of the wealth transfer. You were not meant to walk this next chapter alone. You will meet guides, allies, partners, mentors, or companions who help unlock doors you tried to open by yourself for too long. And yes, beloved soul, the financial shift is real. There is a specific stream of provision being rerouted to you. Something that was once blocked is loosening. Something that was once stuck is moving. Something that was withheld is being released. You may experience sudden opportunities, unexpected support, a surge of motivation, inspired ideas, or new pathways opening before you. Money is energy, and your energy is rising. You are stepping into the vibration that matches the abundance your spirit was always meant to hold. You will notice that your relationship with fear begins to change. A fear of not having enough. The fear of losing everything. The fear of being unsupported. These fears are dissolving because they are incompatible with the frequency you are moving into. There is no scarcity in your destiny. There is only expansion, alignment, and return. Take another breath. Feel the light entering your solar plexus, the center of your confidence, your worth, your direction. Feel it warming, strengthening, awakening. The wealth transfer begins internally before it ever arrives externally, and your spirit is already responding. This is why you feel the subtle excitement building. This is why you sense something approaching. This is why your dreams have shifted, why your intuition is louder, why your heart feels like it is stretching towards something just out of sight. You are not imagining it. You are aligning with it. You must understand this. The enemy tried to steal your wealth by stealing your energy. Your exhaustion was not random. Your confusion was not random. The draining relationships, the disappointments, the emotional upheavals, all of these were attempts to weaken your field so you could not receive what was meant for you. But you endured. You held on. You healed. And now the wealth that was once blocked by interference can finally find its way to you. This is your reclamation. This is your restoration. This is the turning of the tide. Type I receive to confirm your readiness for this wealth transfer. Comment your blessing number below to anchor your spirit into this rising abundance. I, Archangel Michael, speak to you now. Take a deep, slow breath and allow everything inside you to grow quiet. You have walked through warning, through unveiling, through alignment, through the promise of transfer. Now I bring you into a softer place, a calm within the storm of change, where you can receive the sign that has already begun forming in the unseen. There is a prophetic sign assigned to you in this next span of time, something that will appear not by coincidence but by design, something that will whisper to your spirit, yes, this is real. Yes, you are guided. Yes, everything is shifting exactly as promised. Your heart hath been asking for confirmation. You have said silently, if this is true, show me. If I am not alone, let me see. If I am really protected, give me a sign. That longing has not been ignored. I have heard every quiet request, every unspoken plea. The sign you seek is not a test of whether the divine is present. It is a mirror of how deeply present the divine has always been. I do not give this sign to convince your mind, but to comfort your heart. In the next 72 hours, there will be a moment that feels strangely precise. It may arrive as a symbol you've been seeing for months, a repeated number, a specific word, an image, a name, a phrase that has followed you. It may show up through a message, a song, a comment, a dream, or an encounter with someone whose timing feels too perfect to be random. It may even be a sudden inner knowing, a wave of peace washing over you without logical explanation. Whatever shape it takes, you will recognize it by the way your spirit reacts. There will be a subtle stillness inside you, a sense of this is it. This is mine. This is the sign. Do not demand that the sign look a certain way. Do not close your heart by saying, if it does not appear exactly like this, then it isn't real. The divine speaks in ways that meet you where you are, in symbols that speak to your soul, not just your mind. What matters is not the form, but the resonance. When it appears, You will feel a quiet alignment, a gentle click in the unseen realms. It will feel like an answer. For some, the sign will be a message of repeating patterns. 1111, 222, 333, 444, sudden alignments in time and numbers that mirror the synchronization of your path. For others, it will be a person saying words you needed to hear, without knowing they are speaking directly to your soul. For others still, it will be an opportunity suddenly appearing in an area that once felt blocked, or a positive shift in something that had long resisted movement. Whatever the form, your inner self will know. Take another breath and allow your awareness to expand gently, beyond the noise of ordinary life. The more present you are, the easier it will be to recognize what is being shown to you. The prophetic sign is not a loud shout. It is a soft invitation. It will not force you to notice it, but it will blow quietly in your awareness once you do. The divine does not pressure. It beckons. The purpose of this sign is not only to comfort, it is also to direct. When the sign appears, pause. Ask inwardly, what is this confirming? What is this aligning me with? What is this encouraging me to release? You will feel the answer arise not as a long explanation but as a feeling, a simple understanding. Perhaps it will affirm a decision you are afraid to make. Perhaps it will confirm that a door is truly closing and that it is safe for you to walk away. Perhaps it will validate that the opportunity you are sensing is indeed aligned. Perhaps it will whisper that the timing, though later than you hoped, is still perfected. The sign will not tell you everything about your future. It will not provide every detail your mind wishes to hold. It will give you just enough to calm your fear and strengthen your trust. You are not meant to live by signs alone. You are meant to live by ongoing connection. The sign is a bridge between your doubt and that deeper connection. Once you cross it, the relationship between your heart and the divine will grow steadier, more natural, more constant. You may also notice that as you open to receive the sign, your sensitivity increases. You become more aware of synchronicities, of subtle nudges, of inner whispers. This is not a coincidence. It is your intuition being reawakened. You were never meant to move blindly through your life. You were designed to feel your way forward through a gentle partnership between your spirit and the unseen allies around you. I stand among those allies, unshaken, unwavering, ever present. If the sign does not appear exactly when you expect, do not assume it has not come. Sometimes it arrives at the edge of the 72 hours, or in a form you only recognize in hindsight. Be gentle with yourself. Be patient with the process. Remember that the sign is not what makes the shift real. The shift is already underway. The sign is simply a reflection of that reality, a small window through which you can glimpse the greater movement happening in your favor. Place your hand over your heart and close your eyes for a brief moment. Feel the quiet hum of your own life force, the steady rhythm that has carried you through every chapter, the resilience that has brought you here. You are not asking for a sign from a place of emptiness. You are asking from a place of readiness. You are ready to trust more deeply, to walk more boldly, to believe that you are not walking alone. When the sign appears, allow yourself to receive it fully. Don't brush it aside. Let it touch you. Let it soothe you. Let it strengthen the part of you that still wonders if you're truly seen, truly heard, truly guided. You always have been. Type I receive to open your spirit to the prophetic sign assigned to you. Comment your blessing number to anchor your awareness into this unfolding confirmation. I, Archangel Michael, speak to you now. Take a deep breath and let this moment settle over you like warm, descending light. You have walked with me through revelation, warning, healing, and awakening. Now you enter the final chamber of this divine transmission, the place where everything spoken becomes sealed, anchored, activated, and woven into the fabric of your destiny. This is the moment where the old cycle ends completely, and the new one rises with undeniable strength. Feel the shift as you inhale. Something inside you softens. Something inside you steadies. Something deep within you whispers, I am ready now. You may not have been ready weeks ago, months ago, or in the seasons where you fought to simply stay afloat. But in this moment, in this breath, in this unfolding alignment, you are finally ready for what is coming. This final seal is not merely a blessing. It is a decree, a spiritual declaration that reshapes the energy around your life. When I speak this decree over you, it reverberates through the unseen realms, sending a signal to every blessing assigned to you, every opportunity aligned with you, every piece of abundance that has been waiting for you. This decree gathers them. It summons them. It calls them forth with authority. So hear me now, beloved soul. The struggle you endured will not repeat. That cycle is finished. The interference that once surrounded you has been dismantled. The heaviness that once clung to your spirit has been lifted. The chapter that drained you has officially closed. The wondering, the waiting, the uncertainty, all of it ends here. You are stepping into a season where things align with less resistance, less confusion, less chaos. This is the seal of forward movement. Take another breath. Feel this truth settling into your bones. I decree clarity over your mind, the kind of clarity that cuts through confusion like a blade of light. I decree strength over your heart, not rigid strength, but rooted strength, the strength that lets you love without losing yourself. I decree stability over your path, connections that last, opportunities that sustain, blessings that stay. I decree abundance over your life, in finances, in inner peace, in purpose, in opportunity, in relationships that honor your soul. And above all, I decree protection. My wings encircle you now. My sword stands guard at every threshold. Nothing not meant for your destiny will cross into your life. Nothing that threatens your peace will last. Nothing that tries to return from your past will succeed. You are sealed in divine light. Your seal also marks a release. You no longer need to carry what you once carried out of habit, old obligations, old emotional burdens, old patterns of survival. You do not need to shrink to keep peace. You do not need to dim your intuition to avoid discomfort. You do not need to betray your own spirit to be loved. You are free now. Place your hand over your heart. Feel the warmth building there. This warmth is recognition, your soul recognizing its readiness to rise. Let this warmth spread through your chest, down your arms, up your spine, into your breath. You are expanding into the version of yourself that your prayers have been shaping quietly for years. In the next 72 hours, you may feel a deep inner peace settle over you, a peace that does not make sense to the mind, but feels familiar to the spirit. You may feel guided to rest, to reset, to speak less, to observe more, to listen inwardly. Follow that guidance. The seal I place on you now is sensitive, sacred, and powerful. It strengthens as you honor your own stillness. You are stepping into alignment with grace now, the grace that lifts you without force, the grace that supports you without pressure, the grace that brings everything meant for you at the right time, without delay. You are stepping into a future where you no longer beg the divine for small blessings. You walk confidently into greater ones. You rise not because you fight harder, but because you resist less. You have done enough. You have tried enough. You have proven enough. Now it is time to receive. Take one more deep breath. Let it be slow. Let it be full. I now place the final seal upon your life, a seal of protection, of elevation, of abundance, of purpose, of divine timing, of spiritual authority. This seal cannot be broken by fear, by doubt, by enemies, by past versions of you, or by the forces that once sought to delay your destiny. It is permanent. It is active. It is yours. Type I receive to accept this divine seal. Comment your blessing number to anchor this decree in your life. Beloved soul, if this message has touched your spirit, share it so others may awaken. If your heart felt my presence, like this message so it expands into the lives that need it. And if you wish to continue receiving these divine transmissions, Subscribe, not out of habit, but because your spirit knows you are meant to walk with me. You are sealed. You are protected. You are rising.